Florida Golden Girl. Today's travel adventure takes me to the town of Maitland and yet another local cemetery. Today we are going to look at Maitland Memorial Gardens. Kind of picturesque, huh, folks? Well, I hope everybody's having a good day. It is warm outside. It's a balmy 81. This is a medium-sized cemetery. I've been out videoing all day, so I haven't had the time to really do any research. But let's just take a look at some of the markers and see what we have. So, Belle Elliott died in 1919, and it says, gone to a brighter home where grief cannot come. So as you can tell, that's I-4 right there, and so it's a busy time of day. It's December, and you know that's going to bring more people to the Central Florida area for the upcoming holidays. You got a lot of snowbirds, and yeah, it does get a little bit busy. This looks like this is an old marker. 1949, 1862 to 1949. I know that's, you can't see that, but so this is very well maintained. There's nobody famous that I know of that's buried here, but it's the smaller cemeteries that I think I enjoy going to the most, because there's always some interesting things that I see that goes on. If you get an opportunity, go back and look at and watch my other previous cemetery vlogs. I think you'll find a few that you might enjoy. If you've missed them, please go back. I always do that, you know, go back and watch my old vlogs, and I do that as a learning tool to see how can I improve my dialogue, how can I improve the way that I deliver a better product for viewers and to my subscribers. And for subscribers, please, if you know anybody that enjoys cemetery vlogs, local Florida travel, let them know about my channel. I'm growing. I started out with 3 and now I'm in the double digits, so I'm getting there. It's gonna take a little bit of time. See how this is laid out. I guess there's 2 ways in, and you pretty much have to park and walk around. So this is, remember in previous vlogs where I told you that in the older cemeteries that it's marked? So this is a family plot, and their name is Vanderpool. You got Dorothy, 1911 to 1991, 1886 to 1934. You got Frederick, 1887 to 1970. He was up there in age. You got got 2 people buried. So to me, this says that this is an older cemetery, but with newer modern graves to be included. See, you could just see by up over there. And then of course you got the some that are buried above ground. This gentleman was a World War I vet, and that's his marker up there. I hear that there are some cemeteries that mix old and new stones together. I'm not sure why that is. Here's an example. 1842 to 1924. Can you just imagine living in the 19th century and then coming into an age where they have electricity and cars and buses and toilets. Oh, here's an old one. Dr. Elijah Martin. And then, see, these look like these are older cemetery, older markers. Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord. So I'm not sure why there are white flags all over the place, but it looks like they're marking them in some way. I'm going to speak to this gentleman and see if I can get a little bit of background and find out what's going on. He may be spraying, and I don't want to be around that if that's what they're doing. And this looks like this is some type of vault here. It just says it's a fortress. Okay. Yeah, do you see where they're marking all that up? I don't know what that's about. But this guy's doing this throughout this whole cemetery. That's his truck over there, but I don't want to disturb him. So this is Hellwig. See, he's German. Frida and Dr. Herbert. And then, oh, so he was on the Maitland City Council. So he was Desert Storm 1991. He died in it doesn't say when he died. And then you got Uncle Enos, who died in 76. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful afternoon. I certainly am. It's been a real interesting day. Sometimes I'm lucky and I get to really talk to some people, but most of the time all I do is just I go in, do my thing, show you guys some interesting places and headstones, and then I'm on my way. So he was from 1866 to 1948. I guess this is just two people, and then it just says across these generations. Look at that. See that broken headstone right there? And then you got another one over there. So let's see what this stone is. So This tells a little bit about the history of Maitland Cemetery. So it says that so it was consecrated in 1892. Veterans representing both sides of the Civil War buried here are veterans of subsequent national conflicts. So I haven't seen any that are buried in the Civil War, and then it just give y'all a little bit of time to read that. That's interesting. I've seen World War I, and I've seen the Gulf War, but I've not seen Civil War. Now see how that's right there where that's, I'm sorry, I pointed it wrong. Well, that looks like, these look like these are older graves right here. And then this is a Van Dusen. Emirate life of, you know, if they've got a fancy grave like that, they had some money, folks. They had some money. 1902. And then this looks like, oh, look at this, my first Civil War. So Nicholas Van Dusen, 7th Connecticut Volunteers, was 76 when he died, and that's his my first Civil War. So that's been Civil War, World War I. So this must be some of the older section. You could tell. It doesn't give any other information. Oh, here's an old one here, guys. So, in loving memory, William Willett, Essex, England, 1836 to 1899. And so that's a Willett there. Then you have another relative, William Willett, and then you've got a lady, her name's Julia Willett, and then he 1841 to, I guess, 1909. And then here's some older ones here. Daniel Morris. 1905. 1892 to 1905. He was just a baby. And then you got another Morris here. And then you got William Morris, must have been the father. And then you've got Thomas Morris, 1890 to 1947. So you see how that's marked out like that? I'm wondering Oh, look at this. This is cool. So, look at that. So that's a World War II uniform there. So 1917 to 2007. Nice looking couple. And then you've got a Bennett, 1911 to 1932. And you got another Bennett here, 1876 to 1950. And then you have an infant. I don't know. They just died in 1925. I don't know how old they are. It's very sad. Let's take a look at this. So this is probably the most recent I've seen. Died last year, and his wife died in 2008. And then, so the way this looks, look at this. So Florence, George, and Florence. Do you see how that's laid out, guys? And then, yeah, he must be outlining these. I don't know why. I really want to know. I don't want to bother him, but you could see there's 3 here. 1, 2, 3. So that's Thomas Oliver, Julia Margaret, and then Teresa Ann. There's 2 more, but their markers are over there. It's kind of weird the way this is. And so this is when 1935. And then this is Robert and Carmen. They were married in 1947. See that? He died in 2019 and she died in 15. Let's go. See, there's the other road over here. Goes out. I tell you, thanks be to GPS, because you certainly can get lost. Roswell Fuller, 1931. And then she must be a relative, because she died 1894 to 1906. Just a baby. I didn't see anybody buried this year here. And mostly every cemetery I've been to, it's always somebody that's buried sometime this year. What a pretty place. Let's go over here and see what they've got. So that looks like that was destroyed. So it seems as though in a previous video of when I went to Eatonville Memorial Gardens, the lady who is the owner or the caretaker, she was talking about the weird things she's seen in the cemetery. She said, I've seen people that will desecrate, leave cut up dead animals, and really, and she said they target the veterans for some reason. I don't know what that is. She said, I've seen, wasn't able to, but she's seen a white couple that had a couple of candles and was doing some type of ceremony on a dead person's grave, and I guess they seen her and took off. And I'm just like, who does that? Just nothing but people that have nothing else better to do but just do weird crap. You know, no respect. Nelson Almus, 1872 to 1943. So I guess he's the father. So they are World War II vets, see? So he died in 1945 and he died in 1923. So that's Civil War, World War I, World War II, and the Gulf War. Charles and Margaret. Another one, the Confederate Army. You have Union and Confederate here. So he was a major in the 1st Regiment, the Mississippi Cavalry. So he was from 1836 to 1913. Major John Simmons. So this is his original marker, and then they added that later on. See, contrary to popular belief, but you know, this war was sad, but that had nothing to do with us. And so it's always interesting to see the graves. I have no political leanings on that at all. It's just, like I said, it's just interesting to see the graves. I'm often asked, hey, pick a side. No, I don't, no. See, look at that. That's the original property line here for this cemetery. So you have Falk with an F. And so there may be many more interred here, but they have unmarked graves. Oh, she's a relative, Sybil Ruth Falk Clark. And then that's Roger William McKay. Munson. So you've got Vera Bone Munson, George J. Bone, Darlene, Carlene Bone Thomason. And then you got V. Tyler, 1958 they passed. And then you've got somebody, it doesn't say what war, but I would imagine World War II. Oh, you have Vietnam, so now you have Vietnam. So well, I've pretty much hit every major conflict. I don't think I've seen one from Korea. So they're bones as well. They're all over the place. Sand fleas. They're horrible. Looks like some are being decorated. Eventually will be decorated for Christmas. So you got Dan Howard. Brink. Wow, old and new. Almost every war except Korea. It's World War II. Here's an old one here, guys. Oh, here's some old ones. Let's take a look at these. So, Brewer. And then you got the wife. And then can't read that. And then you have Novel Stone. And then you got Sarah Stone. And then you got this. So this is a grave in 1918 and 1920 right here. So they're related right here. Well, that's gonna do it for today, guys. I want to thank you for watching. Click like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. The notification bell, make sure you ding that so that'll let you know when a new video is uploaded. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend. My channel grows through word of mouth. Without you, this channel would not be possible, and I appreciate everybody that has let somebody else know, introduce them to the channel. There's a lot of content out there I think they may enjoy. But again, from the town of Maitland, thank you for watching again, and so long for now.